How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another SUI update. SUI is now actually reversing slightly because there was some bullish fundamental news with NFP coming out today, and it was better than expected. So we're getting this little relief rally also on Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is coming into key levels of resistance currently. So it's make or break for all the altcoins. It's also got a falling wedge, just like SUI over here. I might draw another resistance trend line through these points. But yeah, it's a channel to the downside, bearish channel, or yeah, falling wedge, however you want to view it or manipulate it. These do tend to break to the upside. The target is where we just came from at the highs. However, we can see there is a lot of resistance in the way. And even if SUI manages to break out, as well as Bitcoin, Bitcoin breaking out of 100K, breaking out of the falling wedge right over here and breaking this resistance, the EMAs, that's great. It's going to start a move up. The risk is, just like over here, it broke out of the moving averages, but still went back underneath. The risk is that on this move down, there's a golden pocket in the way, and it tapped into it and rejected. So here we've got this move down. We've got the golden pocket here in the way. We're actually already testing it now at 100K. But this is a brick wall right over here. And we're coming up into it off of 91K, pumping into that resistance zone out of this bullish pattern, which is meant to send us to back to the highs. But with all this resistance in the way, it can actually reject and send Bitcoin rolling over to fill in that wick essentially down to 93K. And I'm seeing this pattern across the board, not only on SUI guys, but on most altcoins. And we can see that there's a lot of confluence in this area to suggest that it is resistance. And we can see in the past it was resistance, dropping SUI around 25%. So we saw correction there. Once again here, we saw some bounces from this location in the past. Look at this bounce, 37%. And then of course, when we had lost it and confirmed it as resistance here, we saw a move down of 43%. So very important resistance, even though the pattern itself is bullish, calling for a return back to the highs. There are just so many key levels in the way where it at any moment, of course, it could fail and roll over and send SUI back down. I'm going to zoom out now. I'm just showing you all the probabilities, like what when certain things happen, when certain key levels are lost, it's going to bump up the risk of the bearish scenario, right? Even if we're bouncing here, the bearish scenario can still play out because we've got the EMAs and the golden pockets. If we were above them, then the probabilities are more in favor of the bullish scenario. But we are currently seeing SUI under. We're seeing Bitcoin under key resistance. It's at 100K right now. And the altcoins are moving up today, but it's into key areas. So that's what we just need to watch out for. We're going to feel the FOMO again with the bounce across the board. But yeah, at any moment it could fail. I'm also going to zoom out. Look at this. Look at these similarities over here with these tops. I'm seeing the same thing once again over here. It's not set in stone, but there are definitely similarities at the moment, and it could develop into the same thing. So off of that top, it did dump 59%. Here was slightly different, 55. The situation here was that it actually lost the 200 EMA and bounced. Look at that aggressive bounce. That was probably like a week period, maybe a week and a half, where it moved into key resistance and rolled over in the end. But the move was quite aggressive, 60% move. So of course you're going to FOMO that. Same thing again here. We got a 60% move back up, and I've done a slow bleed to back down to the 200 EMA. So if it could now bounce from here and break through, that's an incredible first step. The issue is if we continue to hold it as resistance, we can see off of that bounce, it reclaimed the 200 EMA. Here we never lost it. With the closes, it was under, but the daily close was above. Either way, when it had a move back up and it did reclaim the 200, it failed to reclaim the others. So the risk here is with this bounce, if we're failing to reclaim those moving averages, we're confirming this new downtrend. You could still higher low. And then break through in the end. But last time we actually went all the way back down to where we came from. Lower high again, lower than the last. and then rolled over even lower. So I don't want that to be the case. I hold SUI. Why the hell do I want it to go lower? Of course, it would be nice to get it cheaper, but as a holder, it's, you know, it's already down such a large percent from the highs. Let me just double check what it is. At the worst, it was 55% minus. Now it's only 37. It's still got a lot of work to do, and it needs a 60% pump from here without struggling at those resistances and failing at them. We need SUI to break through, and that's just all going to be dependent on Bitcoin, in all honesty. So actually have some focus on the Bitcoin chart. I have provided a YouTube update already, so once you finish this video, you should get diverted to that. It should pop up on the screen. And yeah, if you want to get further education, as you see at the bottom, use the links there in the description. That's it from me today. I can get more specific with levels, but yeah, around the $4 area is a key level of resistance, as I showed previously with this box over here. I'll catch you in the next one, guys, and as always, peace.